Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna check out top 3 best macro lenses. Starting at number 3. Sigma 105mm f2.8 xDGOSHSM. A number of acronyms are associated with this lens. This is a Sigma lens, and some users have complained about the weight of Sigma lenses. Let me assure you that the weight of a typical Sigma lens may be slightly on the higher side, but Canon L series lenses are not far behind in this regard. Specific control of a macro lens mainly indicates control of the manual focusing ring. Thus, it is imperative that the manual focusing ring is extremely well dampened and gives solid feedback as you turn it either way. Finally, a word on the lens sharpness. The lens is sharp, but not in the same league as some of the other sharp macro lenses for the Canon mount, specifically, the Canon F180mm f2.8L is USM, and the Carl Zeiss Macro Planar T100mm f2Z. Xelmark gives the Sigma 105mm f2.8 a lens sharpness rating of 20 megapixels when used with the Canon 5D Mark IV. Check out the description for more information and latest price. Coming at number 2. Canon FS60mm f2.8. This is the only lens in this discussion that has been designed for the smaller crop sensor APS-C cameras, such as the Canon EOS 80D and the Rebel series cameras. This lens has an image circle that is optimized for the smaller sensor. The aperture diaphragm of the lens is constituted of 7 blades. Though a 9-blade aperture diaphragm is probably the ideal design for best quality bokeh, a 7-blade aperture diaphragm still produces decent results. Then again, bokeh isn't the reason for which one would be looking to buy a macro lens. What one would be looking to do is shoot with a small aperture to get a large depth of field. Unless of course a photographer is shooting something dead quiet and using the focus stacking method, in which case one would probably be shooting with a tripod and using several focus bracketed shots, focus adjusted slightly after each exposure, at the same f number. That is also the reason why despite many of the lenses discussed here capable of shooting at f2.8, one would likely be shooting at f8, f11 or smaller. And number 1 of this list. Canon F180mm f3.5L Macro USM. The standard focal length that is widely used for macro photography is around 100mm. The longest non-Canon focal length that we have discussed here is the Sigma 150mm f2.8. Detailed under Best Macro Lenses for Canon. The F180mm f3.5L Macro USM breaks that record. This is a complex lens. The internal construction of the lens consists of 14 elements arranged in 12 groups. This includes 3 ultra-low dispersion elements which help in suppressing color fringing and improves color contrast, as well as overall sharpness. A utility that every macro shooter wants to have in a macro lens is the ability to shoot in any kind of weather. This particular lens as an L-series glass is able to work in most situations without much of an issue. Finally, a physical attribute of the lens that needs mentioning is the detachable tripod ring. This tripod ring is provided with the lens. This is useful for shooting with a tripod system and helps produce more stable images. All of these items are available on Amazon.